This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. There's a party now.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the 24, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Mike, 180. Mike's 54. Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll run for it with Davis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And the Panther first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 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 check.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. 54. Mike, 54. I know he ain't gun. Express. Gotta get moving, man. Man, move it. You gotta get moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. K1 Short able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
What? 280. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. K1 Short able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's how we do it.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Throwing on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 27 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Addison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first, and he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go until halftime. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Extra point try good by Gano. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run with Davis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 4th down conversions this drive now 3 for 3.
I'd love to get a look at his play chart right now because he obviously has confidence in everything he has written down in terms of short yardage and going for it on 4th down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Newton now to throw. Wright's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw, Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st down, Panthers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So first and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Here's Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 24, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the former Sooner Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Between 19. Watch the run.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. On second down, it's Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Browns' 39-yard line.
Check 53, smart. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry. Check 56-6. Pull it hard.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
So loss of 2 yards brings up fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let that's caught at the 25. We're scoreless after 1. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Mayfield now. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers flush to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll run it with Jones. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
In your face.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He finds some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams, 39 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Montravius Adams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 22-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
180! I got you, son. I got you, son. I got you.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Third and long for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. To throw is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Rodgers. throw caught by Kumaro. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Just by case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at him and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
To throw, Mayfield, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.